exhaling to reach it out long. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, reach. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale, reaching out, sinking just a little deeper into our reach with those fingertips. We roll that left shoulder forward. Bring those fingertips to the mat and walk ourselves forward into a forward fold, melting over top of those legs, bringing that forehead to melt towards the mat. We begin to walk ourselves all the way up to the top. We release those hands to our side, taking a big inhale to sweep up. Exhale, press. Inhale, sweeping up. We drop those left fingertips down to the side. Reach those right fingertips out long, melting that right hip to the mat. Opening up, create space through the right rib cage. Take that gaze up, softly towards the sky. You can begin to walk those fingertips away, deepening in. Inhale to bring that elbow in towards the rib cage. And exhale, reach those fingertips out long. Inhale, draw it in. Squeezing through our shoulder blade. And we exhale, reaching up. Inhale, draw in. And exhale, reach. Reaching just a little deeper. We roll that right shoulder forward. Planting those fingertips to the mat, and we walk ourselves around, finding a forward fold. Melt that forehead, that chest towards the mat. We walk our fingertips on up, planting those hands on top of the knees. We begin to find a tiny circle with the rib cage, drawing around. Out spiral motion. We're wrapping the ribs around the column. Stay lifted, tall. Reaching energy out of the crown of the head. We begin to make our circle just a bit bigger. Leaning forward a bit with that heart and drawing back into the belly. And then we take that motion down into our hips. Creating big hip circles, take that chest forward, pulling back. Finding that round through the back. As we roll back through, tipping that chest down. We bring ourselves back up through to that center. Finding that press forward, opening up through the chest, drop that head back to open the throat. We round deeply through that back as we exhale, draw that chin in towards the chest. Pull that navel back behind us. And we bring ourselves on up to the top, finding that tiny little circle, taking it to that opposite side. Imagining those ribs knitting together as we wrap the body around the column. We begin to make our circle a little bigger, taking it lower, leaning forward slightly into the chest, pulling back. And then we begin to take that into the hips. Finding that deep lean forward with the heart. And then that round to pull back. And come back through to our center, pulling up. We shine that heart forward. Drop that head back. Chin into the chest, finding that deep round as we exhale. Belly pulls away. We inhale to come up to the top. We uncross those legs and rock forward onto hands and knees. Finding our tabletop here. Those wrists in right underneath of our shoulders, knees underneath of the hips. We keep our gaze softly down towards our mat. Fingertips are spread wide. Our pads of the fingers press into the mat. We feel that chest lift up and away. That navel pulls in towards the spine. We reach those right fingertips out long in front of us. That left leg extends long behind, flexing that heel away. Keeping that left hip dropped towards the mat. We find that energy reaching out long all the way from the heel, traveling up through the body, out of the crown of the head, and through those fingertips. We exhale to draw that knee and elbow in towards the center. Inhale, reach it out. Inhale. And exhale, moving with our own breath to find that reach out. And that pull in. We find that reach out long, holding here. Reaching just a little further. Pulling energy out through the fingertips, through the toes. And we place that right hand down on the mat. That left knee returns to the mat. We exhale to draw in through the belly, rounding out through the back. Tail drips down, head dripping towards the mat. We inhale, belly drops, gaze comes up. We exhale, round. Again, moving with our own breath, finding our own rhythm to drive our movement. We bring ourselves back to that neutral spine, pressing that chest away from the mat, belly falling in. Those left fingertips reach out long. Arm is by the ear. We reach that right leg out long behind us, flexing that heel. Keep that right hip drop towards the mat. Belly pulls in, chest lifts away from that fire flame below the belly. Reaching energy long all the way out through that heel, traveling up through the body, out of the crown of the head, and out of the fingertips. We exhale, draw that knee in. And inhale, reach. Exhale, in. Inhale, reach. Finding our own breath to move us, to drive us. Reaching out long, holding. We find that reach out. Heel through the tips of the fingers. And we place that left hand down on the mat. That right knee returns, and we find that exhale to round deeply through the back. Drawing that tail down, head down. Inhaling, arching out through the back, gaze coming out, shining our heart forward. Moving with our own breath. We come back through to find our neutral spine.
Sink it back to child's pose. Reach the arms long. Coming back to that Ujjayi breath if you lost it at all. Feeling that hollowness in the back of the throat.
On your next inhale, we're gonna shift the body weight all the way up through the arms, but keep the chest very low, finding your cobra. Keep the arms bent, tucked in towards the sides. If you feel any compression, uncomfortableness in the lower back, just lean forward slightly, engage the core, feel the length, and then lift back up. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Press the tops of the feet towards the earth. Gaze back towards your right foot. Back to center. Over to the left foot. And back to center. Lower all the way down. Tent the fingertips and come to cactus arms. With your rhythm, the inhale peels us off the mat, coming into this cactus arm cobra. Press the tops of the feet towards the earth. Exhale, melt down towards the mat. The inhale peels us off. The exhale lays us back down. One more. Draw all the way up. And lay all the way back down. Come to one ear as we draw the hands underneath the shoulders. Lift the head, gaze forward, tuck the toes, and send it all the way up to your plank, and then back to down dog. Fingertips are wide here. Begin to walk out the dog, bending one knee, and then the other. Feeling the length from the fingertips all the way up to the tailbone, tailbone all the way down to the heels. Allow both heels to sink towards the earth. Gaze back to the feet. Allow both feet to be parallel with each other so you kind of hide your heels behind your ankles to achieve this. One more inhale. Gaze forwards, bend the knees, and on the bottom of the exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, tuck the chin, and then roll all the way up to your mountain pose. Pause for a moment here. And then inhale, both hands to the sky. Palms come together, gaze up to the fingertips. Drop your prayer hands down to your third eye. Down to your mouth. And down to your heart. Release the hands to the floor. Inhale, both hands up. And exhale, take your swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back. Drop the right knee. Untuck the right toe. Inchworm that left foot a little bit closer in. And when you're ready, inhale up. Low lunge. Peel the left heel off the earth. And notice how you might be able to drop down into that hip a little bit more. If that feels uncomfortable, you can always lower it back down. Find your drishti and feel your power. One more inhale to reach through the side ribs. Drop the heel down, release the right hand down to the earth, and leave the left hand lifted, opening up towards the left side. One more inhale here. Release the left hand down to the opposite side of the left foot. Tuck the right toe, lift the right knee, step it back, down dog. Coming back to that breath. Bend the knees at the bottom of the exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Tuck the chin, bend the knees, roll all the way up. Sweep the arms to the sky. Palms touch, gaze to the fingertips, dropping the head back. Press the palms together. Release them to your third eye. To your mouth. And to your heart. Release the gaze back to center. Hands drop, arms lift, and take your swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step that left foot back. Drop the left knee, untuck the left toe. Inchworm that right foot in just a little bit, and then inhale up to your low lunge. Peel the right heel off the earth. Sink down into the hips. Shoulders drop away from the ears. We feel length through the sides of the neck. One more inhale, reach, reach, reach. Drop the left hand down, right hand stays lifted, release the heel to the earth. We find new shapes with our body, and we breathe into those shapes. One more inhale, lift, and exhale, release that right hand down. Tuck the left toe, lift the left knee, step it back, down dog. Next inhale, float to your plank. Exhale, lower as slow as you can, pausing in a chaturanga. And then release all the way down to the earth. Untuck the toes, press into the tops of the feet, and find your cobra. Gaze back to your left foot. Forward. Right foot. Forward. And lower all the way down. Find the opposite ear that we were on before. Draw the elbows towards each other. Lift the head. Gaze forward, tuck the toes, and an inhale draws us all the way up to plank. Exhale, we find down dog. Walk out your down dog for just a moment. Beautiful. Inhale, plank. Roll to your left side, either stack the feet or have them staggered, and find your side plank. Begin to lift that right foot off the left. Drawing up from the side body, feeling your power. Leaving that foot lifted, drop the right hand and come to a three-legged plank as we flip to the toes of the left foot. And then lower all the way down, drop that right foot, inhale up, cobra. Exhale, lower all the way back down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. Same sequence on the other side. We inhale to our plank. Drop off to our right side, stack the feet, and lift the left hand up, side plank. If it feels good, we can draw that left foot off the right. One more inhale, lower the left hand down, rotate to the right toes for a three-legged plank, and then lower all the way to the earth. Inhale to a cobra, and take it back to a child's pose. Breathe into the belly. back to that Ujjayi breath. Take an inhale, walking the hands a little bit further away from you. And then exhale, walk to your left with both hands. Send the breath to the right side body. One more inhale, and then allow an exhale to walk you back to center, to pause, melt in the center, and feel. One more inhale, walk the hands a little bit further away from you, and then walk the hands over to the right, creating length in the left side body, and breathe. One more inhale and allow an exhale to draw you back to center. Allow an exhale to bring you back to down dog. Bring the feet together and lift the left leg. Begin to stack the hips if that serves you. Bend into that left knee. Gaze under your right shoulder, see if you can see those toes. Send that left leg back to center. Point the toe, reach through the toes, and then flex the foot, reach through the heel. Lower that left hip just a little bit more. Feel that stretch along the back of the right leg as you do so. Take an inhale, and an exhale draws that left foot all the way to the front of the mat. Drop your right heel, and inhale up to your high lunge. Or I'm sorry, your warrior one. Breathe. Reaching through the hands, dropping the shoulders down. Sink into the hips maybe a little bit more. And then open up to your warrior two. Gaze past the left fingertips. Finding our drishti. Feeling our focus. And allowing our breath to find a rhythm. One more inhale and allow an exhale to windmill both hands down to either side of the left foot. Come to the right toes, step it back, down dog. Inhale to a plank and flow through your own vinyasa, whether you take chaturanga, up dog, or just find a cobra. Allow it to serve you. We meet back in down dog. Walk it out. Feet come together. Right leg lifts. Stack the hips, bend the right knee. Gaze under the left shoulder, see if you can see those toes. Open up to wherever's comfortable. Draw that right foot back up, straighten the knee, drop the hip down, point through the toes, flex the foot, reach through the heel. And on an exhale, we slowly draw into the front of the mat. Drop the left heel and float up, warrior one. One more inhale, reach. Open up to your warrior two. Gaze past the right fingertips. Take an inhale, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, windmill, both hands down. Step it back, down dog. Drop the knees and find your child's pose.